Hi there. Today is Sunday, March 19th. My name is Simon, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what's been going on in my life. As most of you know who've been watching my video, I recently undertook a weight loss program, and I have been doing these 2 shakes a day, drinking lots of water, more water than I care to put through my body in most days. But now I'm up to 6 liters from 4.5, which was the other day, and it's going actually pretty good. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I can. And one of the reasons is that I'm diligent with it, and I've never been diligent about weight loss forever. So what I've been doing is following the program, and it's working out quite well. But the peeing is just a little bit too much for me. I think I have to get past the peeing every 3 hours, it seems, including well into the night. So it's like I go to bed at 11, I'm up at 2, I'm up at 5, I'm up at 7. It's like, okay, might as well get up. But I'm getting used to it, and I'm learning to know when to stop drinking my water, which is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I should be done by 10 o'clock at night. One thing that they have built into this program is that you take a laxative at night. Now, I've never been big on laxatives because for me, I've been pretty regular. But this thing makes you really regular to the point where I think I'm going to have to go back to being normal regular because now I'm too regular. I'm twice a day regular, which no one should ever be more than once a day. Of course, that's my opinion, certainly nothing to be concerned with your doctor. And yes, I do touch my nose a lot. Thank you to my sister for pointing that out. The other thing is, I before I got started, I did go to my doctor and I did let her know I'm starting a new weight loss regime because she's concerned, as most doctors would be concerned, that my well-being is at stake here. My very life is at stake here. So I went and had my blood work done this week, and one of the things that I discovered about my blood work is I have an A1C level, which is the blood work that points specifically to your blood sugar count in terms of diabetes. They say anything below a 6.0 is you're okay. If you're above 6.0, between 6.0 and 7.0, you're in what's known as prediabetes, and anything above 7.0, you are diabetes. You do have diabetes. So right now I'm at 6.3, which is something that we really have to pay attention to. I've been here before. My highest A1C that I've ever had was registered 6.5, and that was about 3 years ago. And I took steps to correct it by eating at proper times. But the last little while, I've gotten a little bit lax in that. So now with this new program, 6.3 is okay. It's a nice. It's as my sister said to me the other day, it can only get better from here, which means I can only make it go down, which is essentially what I want to do. And that's it. Something that I'm working on. I thought I would have a hard time giving up sweet, but I don't. I still walk by the sweets aisle in a store, in a grocery store, in a drugstore, whatever, and it's difficult, but it's not impossible. So I just go right past this. I go to the food that I want to get, picking up new spices, picking up fresh spices. I cooked with fennel and oregano, like the real stuff, not the stuff in a bottle, but actual sprigs of oregano and actual sprigs of fennel, which added a different flavor to the meat that I cooked the other night. And I have more vegetables than I've ever eaten, and I'm enjoying it. And I love garlic, but my God, garlic gives you gas like you can't imagine. But it's warm at night, and I don't have to use the heating blanket. That's another story. So that's working out quite well. And except for yesterday. Yesterday I had what was called a cleanse day. Now, in a cleanse day, what you do is you don't consume any food, or at least you're not supposed to consume any food, but you have a nourishing drink every 3 hours, and then you have things to take care of the cravings to keep your, making sure that you have nutrients in your system all day long. So I did these 4 drinks, which I thought would taste terrible, but they're not. They actually taste pretty good. And then a series of chocolate flavored treats. One of them is actually made out of chocolate. It's a chocolate with salted caramel flavor inside. It's really tasty, and it's good for you. The other thing is a chewable, which is a pellet of sawdust disguised with a chocolate flavor that you chew on to give you some nutrient. And again, that's what they tasted like. That's the texture that they are. But again, it's a nice little treat, and it took care of the cravings. It made sure that I didn't have to eat anything else. You can have like a teaspoon of peanut butter if you're feeling really famished or really, really on edge. But if you're diligent with it, you drink your water and you go through the program, you should have no problem. And surprisingly enough, it's working out. Um, so essentially, what the cleanse day is, it's designed to help you get rid of the crap in your diet. Not talking the literal crap, which again that happens as well, but the other crap, the high sugar stuff, the white sugar stuff, the white breads, anything that's, they say that anything white food is not good for you. Well, like white bread is not good for you. Too many preservatives, lots of sugar. White sugar, that's the thing. Me, for the last I don't know how many years I've been putting crap into my body. It's not unusual for me on a Friday night after work to run down to Shoppers Drug Mart. I've got my Optimum card. It's got loads of points on it, and I keep putting more points on it. Why? Because I keep buying all this junk food. So a typical Friday night for me would be these wonderful little treats that you pick up. And I don't know, I might have a box here, but they're made by Popsicle. And Popsicle has these 12 popsicles in the box. And it's super sugary, super sweet, fruit flavored treats, heaven on a stick, as I used to have. And I would pick up anywhere, depending on the sale, anywhere between 2 and 4 boxes of these every Friday night. And not only that, I mean, that's not the only treat that I would get. I'd also get like a bag of chocolate covered almonds. And then I'd get a bag of Jolly Rancher candy. My God, the flavor of Jolly Rancher candy was so sweet and so intense. So I'd always want to have, because I always wanted to have something to chew on or something to suck on. You people there with that, get that out of your mind. So I would get those as well. A big bag of chips, like all dressed potato chips, or loads of ketchup, or loads of this, loads of that. 2 liters of pop, whether it's Dr. Pepper or a 7-Up or a Sprite, because I always enjoyed that. And then I would order pizza later that night. So the pizza would be medium pizza, either a Hawaiian or a meat lovers, with a brownie block. Again, I would buy pizza that offered this dessert. It was a brownie block. You get 9 brownies in the block. It was hot when it came in. So there's the pizza, there's the brownie block, there's chicken wings that go with that, or a bread dish that goes with that, and a 2 liter of 7 or Sprite. So I'd do that every week. That was every week I'm doing that. And I would go through the 4 boxes of popsicles in the space of 36 hours. And if I was really diligent with it, I can make it go out to 48 hours. So imagine that. I'm putting in 48 popsicles in my body, basically 1 popsicle per hour. But that's not what it was. I was putting in like 6 popsicles every 20 minutes. Why? Because they were so good, and it was the addiction to the sweet. I had to get it in my body. And then, once I got through those, or I've got freezer burn on my tongue, which happened on occasion, then I would switch to the chocolate. And then I would eat the pizza. And it wouldn't just be like 1 or 2 pieces, no. But by the time I was full, I was half a pizza in, and I'm half through a bottle of Sprite or 7-Up or pop, and I'm not talking like a 500 ml. I'm talking like a 2 liter bottle. I'm half a bottle through it, and it's not even 2 hours later. And then I would have a couple of bites of the brownies. But the nice thing I liked about the brownies is if you left them for a day and they cooled off and they got a little bit hard, it was like a really nice chocolate cookie, and it was really delicious. But by the next day, everything that I had purchased the night before, and we're probably talking that I spent I would say between $35 just for the pizza order, and then another $60 in junk food. So that's what, $95 on a Friday, every Friday, on junk food that I would have consumed by the end of the next day. I know, that's something to think about. But that's what I was doing every day, every Friday, for the better part of 2 years. I don't do that anymore. Now, I have my 2 shakes. I have my meal at night, which I'm learning how to cook, and I'm learning how to cook well. And I'm getting along pretty good. I am losing weight. I said last week that I started around 400 pounds. That's actually not true. I started around 425 pounds. Today, I'm 411 pounds. Doesn't feel like it, but that's what the scale is showing. And the only way I can go is down from here. So, anyway, this is your weekly update. My name is Simon. Today is March 19th. Thank you, Sonny, for the update, and have a great day.